Hey guys, Tom Rosapolsky here. I'm one of your directors at Venture Out, and I wanted just to give a quick video brief on a few items. First of all, packet. It should be in your mailbox. If it's not already, I'm sure it will be any day now. A packet is in the mail from Venture Out. It's one of those official packets. It's got important information in there for you about some upcoming dates, a nomination form for the board, and all that kind of stuff. So please make sure you take a look at that information when you get it. If you're not receiving these packets, please call the front desk and verify the mailing address we have on file for you, because the staff, the board prepares these materials, the staff mails them as we're directed to do. So I want to make sure you get them. Second thing is the board nomination form. If you're interested in serving on the board, that's awesome. I would encourage you to, and I'll share some thoughts on that in a second. But you need to read this letter and fill out the packet and do what it says so that you can be on the ballot, and then people can vote for you. Let's talk about board service for a second. I'm just finishing up my first year on the board. I have some experience serving on other boards, but this is my first condominium association board experience. So there's some stuff that you should know, all right? And it's not bad. It's actually been a very rewarding year, and I enjoy it. I very much enjoy working with and collaborating with our current board. And some of you know, we had two board members resign from the board for different reasons over the past year, and I love those guys. They love Venture Out, and I enjoyed serving with them, and I still enjoy their counsel and their thoughts on important issues. But anyways, I think you'll find it rewarding. But you do need to know that as a condominium association, we're governed by Florida state statute. And so the timing of things and a lot of what we can and can't do is pretty clearly defined. So you should familiarize yourself with that statute so that you understand kind of some limitations. But that still should not discourage you. There's so much we can get done. And that statute's really quite important, right? If we have a rogue board that has bad ideas, it really limits the power of the board and makes sure that owners have significant control over the community on all the major issues. So that's something you should be aware of. You should also be aware of the fact that as a board member, you are one of many votes. So if we have 6 or 9 board members at the time, and someone makes a motion, and then we discuss that motion, and it comes time to vote on that motion, that you're just one vote. Whether you're the president or just a director like me, that is the beginning and end of your board power, right? Like, how do you wield your power? Well, with your vote. There are other ways to be influential, and being a smart, prepared, detailed board member who works things out and brings them fully baked and ready to go to the board. Those are successful board members because they earn the trust and respect of their fellow directors, and they're always ready. But you just have to know that it's not like you can walk into the front office and fire the manager, or if you have a beef with security, you can go take care of that. No, you operate as a body collaboratively and vote on things. So know that. If you are mad about something, you have a chip on your shoulder or a burr in your saddle about an issue, don't be a one-issue candidate. We do so much more on the board, and there's so much work reading and preparing these packets and getting them out. Agendas for meetings, every item on the agenda, every report has to be reviewed or written or approved. If you just care about speed bumps, there's not enough there for you to do. Right? You probably can't get rid of them, no matter how hard you try. It's actually kind of hard to get more of them if you want more of them. So you don't want to be a speed bump candidate. You need to care about all the issues, not just one. And if you're mad at somebody, that's not a reason to join the board. When we had a full-time manager, if you're like, she was rude to my wife and I'm running for the board, that's a bad reason. You also likely will not be successful because none of us are going to support that kind of activity or behavior. And you don't have the power to fire them alone. So anyways, just putting that out there for what it's worth, because those are important things to know. But if you are a thoughtful, prepared individual and you're a professional and you love Venture Out and you want to collaborate with other people that are board members who have different ideas, like they might not agree with you, but we all love Venture Out. We're working forward. I think you'll find it rewarding. If you're sensitive or emotional about kind of business type things, I really would discourage you from joining the board, because people will openly disagree with you. People will not support your motions or vote against your motion because they don't like the idea, not because they don't like you. You got to be able to separate all that and set it aside. So anyways, I just thought that might be helpful for people to consider when joining the board. And really, my dog wants to join the board, but she's too emotional, as you can tell. But anyways, diversity. We need diversity on the board. And of course, we absolutely mean diversity in all the ways we typically think of that. Gender, age, race, religion, whatever. All those are important. But what I mean is diversity of type of owner. Okay? I think it's bad when a board is comprised fully of retired residents who venture out as home, because they have one perspective. It's their home, and they have a life experience and a life expectation that may not be the same as mine. I have younger children and a granddaughter and a grown daughter. So you want a family person or two. You want someone who's kind of involved with rentals and likes rentals and understands that. You want some full-time retiree residents. We want all that present on the board. That's a healthy board. That's where you get good ideas and good tension, meaning respectful tension, where we ask difficult questions and we don't just, go along to get along. Those are bad environments. Even operationally, like companies who operate that way usually end up in trouble because everyone's just being nice, and you get way down a road and it was the wrong road or the wrong decision. So if you have never run before, I never ran before I nominated myself last year, and you could probably come and serve and do a great job if you can do it in that manner. So that's what I got for you today. Consider running for the board. If the board is not the place for you, committees might be a really great home. Security committee, hospitality committee, maintenance committee. We have all these committees who help you make decisions. Let me clarify that. They study issues and they make recommendations to the board who makes decisions. So when security issues come up, as a board member, I look to the security committee and say, investigate this for me, study this for me, inform me, help me understand, so that I will make the right vote for the community. So a committee service might be good for you, and you don't have to live in the resort to be on a committee. So anyways, hope this finds you well, getting ready for an exciting summer, and check your mailbox and get involved and stay informed. See ya.